Yeah, so one additional question we get quite a bit is you know, I guess a bit of a curiosity that people have around what sort of economics or gains do they get from an asset like this. And in table grape production, what we typically see is you'll have a team of 6 or 8 people using a single robot. So we tend to sell them in 6-packs. So a 6-pack of robots are used to support 36 to 48 people. And those 6 to 8 person teams using a single robot are able to harvest 15 to 50% more fruit depending on how things are laid out. And so the benefit of this, if you're a grower, is that you can adopt labor-saving automation today, while all the while building a pretty foundational basis for a lot more autonomy that you will eventually need in the field as labor continues to become quite scarce. So we get the question quite a bit. You know, how do you lay stuff out for optimal gains? And we've seen a number of things that become really essential to do that in something like table grape production. And so traditional table grape harvesting, you have a table at the end of every row. You plant on 660 or 200 meter long rows. There's a white stake in the center, and you have one picker and one packer. The picker runs into the center of the row and they start picking, and the packer packs at the pack table and goes in to pick when there's no fruit available. With our robots in the mix, a lot of that changes, and it changes in a way that makes labor and working conditions quite a bit nicer, and also really dramatically improves gains for the grower, you know, for the grower. And just to explain how people do that or what they change, they shift from harvesting to the white stake or to the center of the row, instead pick out the full row. By doing that, they eliminate all of the agony of moving stuff from one side of a field to another. And then beyond that, what we see people do is they will have a 6 or 8 person team using one robot as a group, although those people are still paid individually. And so people are able to pursue their desire for more performance, but at the same time, by having 6 or 8 people around a single unit, what you can have is a continuous flow of fruit out of the field, where packers are never walking in to pick and pickers are never walking out to pack. And then beyond that, there are all sorts of benefits if you lay out your crews such that they're never moving pack tables down an avenue. And so in the traditional table grape harvesting setup, you pick you put a pack table in the row, you pick the row, and then you move that pack table way down the avenue. And those pack tables are oftentimes, you know, pretty heavy, big pieces of steel with a ton of packing material, all these bins and so forth, and totes you have to move down the row. With our system, you are moving pack tables very, very minimally, and that provides a big labor offset, because you have a constant flow of fruit to one area. Materials are staged in that one area, not staged constantly down the avenue. And you have, again, a constant flow of fruit out of the field to the people that are packing and from the people that are picking. And then beyond that, in the rows, you have a robot going in with empty picking trays and coming out with full picking trays. And if things are laid out correctly, you have a constant stream of fruit coming out, rather than 3 or 4 totes in the wheelbarrow come out, then nothing for 30 minutes, then 3 or 4 totes come out, then nothing for 30 or 40 minutes. And so if you have that continuous flow of fruit, what you get is a big labor gain, or a big output gain, because you have this constant stream of work material to one place.